I'm sitting down here with Fire Chief Steve Dongworth to talk about how Calgary firefighters fared in 2022. And Steve, I know that fire crews have had to pick up a lot of the slack left by gaps within the EMS system. How has that been for fire crews?
It's a little frustrating. It's not ideal, but our people are, they're very focused on serving the community, and there's a gap currently, and we're trying to fill the gap the best we can. Occasionally, probably about a dozen times now, we've actually had to transport patients in our trucks. Not the optimal solution by any means, and more often than that, what we'll try and do is actually have them take their family vehicle, and we'll put a firefighter in the family vehicle and follow that vehicle to the hospital in case they deteriorate on the way.
The City of Calgary has approved 5 new communities this year, and sprawl within the city has always been a concern for firefighters in just terms of how long it takes you to get to a place. Yeah. Is this still a concern with these 5 new communities, or has anything changed over the past while?
A lot of our calls, one fire truck can take care of it. If it's a serious fire, though, or an escalating fire, or it meets some specific triggers, it needs several trucks to come. So you end up with trucks coming from different stations. The problem is, as you continue to grow around the edge of the city, your existing fleet of those extra trucks, whether they're ladder trucks or other engines or whatever, they're running further, and they're getting compromised in terms of their performance as well.
Recruitment, what has recruitment looked like? Are you attracting maybe a more diverse slate of candidates?
You can't really get more diversity just by doing the same thing. So we've been doing some things differently for a good period of time now, where we actually reach out to diverse communities, diverse parts of our community, and that's been very successful. We're starting to see, still not enough, but we're starting to see more and more women come to the Calgary Fire Department. I think we're close to 60 female firefighters right now. Not enough, but we're moving in the right direction. My number one priority is advancing the culture of this organization so I can leave it in a much better place than what I found it.
Have there been any setbacks this past year, or has it really been, we're kind of plugging away, moving forward? Certainly,
we didn't see this shortage of EMS being the way it is, and for so long as it's gone on, for sure. Then there's the other thing that's happening in this city that I think everyone sees. It's that challenge of the combination of addiction, mental health, homelessness, people experiencing homelessness, social disorder, we call it. So we are seeing, a major increase in administration of Narcan, about 27% higher this year so far than the same period last year, 24% more opioid calls. We're also getting into where we're going to encampments for medical calls or fires sometimes, unfortunately. That's a piece that's big, because it has a psychological impact on our people. We've been able to provide some more psychological support to our firefighters because of the budget this year. We had a 3-year pilot where we had psychologists in our wellness center. So when firefighters came in for their annual physical, they would be able to sit down and see a psychologist. Well, 90% of them or more have taken the psychologist up on that, so we've had really good response to that. But it was a pilot program where the funding was going to run out in the very near future. Well, Council have elected to continue that program as a permanent program, so we're seeing this challenge, but hopefully that will help with taking care of our members, not only physically but psychologically as well.
And you've mentioned the budget increase you have got from Calgary City Council. I know Calgary Fire came into it asking for a bit more funding, and that was received well by Council. What will that additional funding go towards?
We're going to be able to increase the staffing on all 11 of those ladder trucks from 2 people to 4 people, which is the norm in the fire industry. We've always run with 2 people. And that'll have a huge impact on our performance, our response performance. So we're really excited about that. We're going to be able to bring back the medical response unit downtown. The downtown station is on track for about 8,700 calls this year, which is just mind-boggling. That's over 10% of our total call volume for the department from one station out of 42 stations. So they are very, very busy. So putting that medical response unit back down there will help with take some of that volume off of those folks. I'm optimistic as we move forward. And I think our staff is picking up on the fact that they have great support right now from the political leaders in the city. So, and that's manifesting itself in real terms as well. So I think there's a lot of excitement there.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for speaking with us. I really wish you all the best in 2023.